What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 4. So if you haven't seen the 4th episode of Season 11 of Married to Medicine, turn this video off and go watch the episode and then come back and watch this review. Comment below what you would grade this week's review, what you liked about it, didn't like about it. If I forget something or I'm off on something, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's simple, it's free, it's anonymous. It takes less than 5 seconds of your time to do. You want to help Black content creation, then like and subscribe. It's the best way to support. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to say and say and so and like and all the mumbling jumbo sometimes 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I'm going to definitely be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. So you comment and leave your grades for this episode as well. What you would grade this week's episode. I'm going to grade this week's episode. I don't know why, but I enjoy. This episode wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I don't know why, but I'm finding myself liking Potomac this week better than Married to Medicine. I can't really remember everything that happened on Married to Medicine. But for now, I'm going to put it in between a B- and a C+. But I can't remember everything. But maybe I'll change my grade at the end. I got to remember what happened, what went on. So for now, I'm going to put it in between a B- and a C+. Low-key, kind of a C+. But for now, I'm going to keep it right there in that angle. Yeah, so Last Chance, Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 4. If you haven't seen it, please turn this video off so you don't get any spoilers. So the episode begins with the ladies arriving at the ranch. I forgot what the name of the ranch was called, but it was nice. Saying, what were they in? Are they in Florida? Where are they? I think they're in Florida. I don't remember. So they sit down for lunch before going to their rooms. Excuse me. This discussion begins about everybody's first time, losing their virginity. Jackie says in her confessional that she lost her virginity to Curtis and it was anticlimactic. And she was like, that's it? And I'm just like, when she said she lost when she was married, and she acting like it's a difference between losing it when you're married and losing it when you're not. It's still the same feeling, kind of. It's like your hymen breaking. But I was like, I guess because it was with Curtis, it was anticlimactic. So, Heavenly, she's like, my first time was with my husband. And Toya was like, well, Heavenly, I'm going to need you to practice truth. Because everybody, I was like, I know everybody was thinking it. Like, Toya is, like I said in my last review, Toya has been growing on me to see. It was a time where I didn't like Toya, and I can't remember why. But Toya lately, I don't know if it was last season or the season before or last season, but she has been growing back on me. I've been loving everything she's been saying. And I've been agreeing with it. So Phaedra, she's announcing, she's like, we should affirm what we want this trip to be. And because I want this trip to be about healing. So then Toya, she's like, well, Phaedra, we don't know that much about you. And that's one thing I want to do on this trip. I want to get to know you more. We want to get to know you better. So Phaedra's like, well, what do you want to know? So Toya's like, well, what makes you tick? What makes you upset? Because, like, we all know what makes us upset, whatever the case may be. And Phaedra's like, well, I don't think I have any of that. I don't think I have anything that makes me tick. And just, like, from what I've seen from Phaedra on reality television, I've never seen her, like, spaz out completely. So I would say that she's not the type that probably, like, gets super. But it's just, like, it's got to be something that makes you irritable. I wouldn't say you spaz out because I've never seen Phaedra spaz like that. But it's something that must make you irritable, and whatever the case may be. And you don't want to share it. So Toya, she's like, well, you want us to be open on this trip, and but when are you going to be open? And Phaedra's like, well, why do you want to know what makes me tick? And Heavenly chimes in so she can do it, so she can do it and make you mad. And Phaedra's like, exactly. And Toya's like, no, I feel like you're deflecting. And she's like, I feel like the only reason Phaedra doesn't want to share in this group is so she can keep the relationship surface at a surface level. So she don't want to get too deep with the group. She don't want to express her She don't want the group to know her innermost vulnerable, situations or whatever the case may be. And it might be some truth to that because Phaedra always listening and talking about other people's relationships or whatever, but we don't really get that much from her. So I understand that. Phaedra does say in her confession, she's like, look, I don't sit around and play tennis all day. She's like, I actually have things to do. And it wasn't even that funny, but it made me flash back to last season when Phaedra had called him at that funeral home, and she called Toya a tennis pro because she ain't had nothing else to say. So when she said, I don't sit around and play tennis all day, I have things to do. I thought that was so fucking funny. I was just cracking up in my head when she said that. So she says to Toya, I have real conversations with these women, with the ladies in the group all the time. And I felt like that should have been a moment where somebody chimed in and been like, oh, well, we have conversations, but it's mostly about me, and I don't know that much about you, but ain't nobody say nothing. So it's kind of like making it seem like Phaedra is having vulnerable moments with the cast, but she doesn't. So then the ladies, they go to check out their rooms. I didn't find nothing wrong with them wagon rooms. They be just so bougie sometimes. Like, y'all coming from Atlanta, be for real. How bougie can you be? So I didn't find nothing wrong with the rooms, except I was with Heavenly. I was like, no TVs? That's crazy. But Heavenly, Jackie, and Quad was like the only three that really had problems with the rooms. Even Toya liked it, and Toya usually be the one that be complaining. So Heavenly and Jackie, they sitting outside. They bring up what Toya was saying about Phaedra keeping it surface. And Jackie, she's like, she feels like Phaedra at this point is still just filling everybody out. Saying like, still, filling everybody out. So Heavenly's like, well, I feel like the bitch don't say nothing, that she don't tell nobody nothing, but I still like her. So Jackie does say in her confessional, we all saw last season where Phaedra said in her confessional that maybe if she'd have known this group when she was still married, she probably would have still been married because they support each other, whatever the case may be. And so Jackie's like, well, I feel like if Phaedra just opened up and let us know her issues, we may be able to help her with whatever she's going through. So the ladies, they get to this saloon, and Simone brings up that Toya called everybody fake at Quad's birthday party. I must have missed that part. I probably wasn't paying attention. So Toya's like, well, I get that I get calling Heavenly fake and Jackie boring, and then Jackie tells Toya she ain't got no substance, and everybody like, whoop, and Heavenly's like, that's too far. And I'm just like, so Toya can sit right here and call Heavenly fake and Jackie boring, but Jackie saying that Toya has no substance is too far. And there must have been some truth to it, because Toya was like, you're going to have to apologize. Jackie immediately apologizes. She don't want that smoke. So then they talking about apologies, and Toya just like, sweet, just tell Heavenly that you hurt her feelings. And I'm like, shit, it's past that now. So Sweet Tea's like, we know Heavenly definitely owes me an apology. She's disrespected me and my husband numerous times. So Heavenly turns to Sweet Tea and she does apologize. She's like, but I hope that you have remorse, Sweet Tea, for the things that you have said about me. And, they say some other stuff. Sweet Tea's like, basically, Heavenly's apology wasn't sincere. And Heavenly's like, well, I don't apologize. That's all the fuck I'm going to get. She's going to get, or whatever the case may be. And Sweet Tea's like, oh my God, you so ghetto. And Heavenly's like, ghetto? Where you, girl, from where you came from? And then calls Sweet Tea trash. I did think that was too far, though. Because Sweet Tea was like, stupid is, stupid does. And then she was like, ghetto. She calls Heavenly ghetto. Heavenly calls her ass trash. So Contessa tries to chime in, trying to diffuse the situation or whatever the case may be. And Heavenly's like, how long have you known Sweet Tea, Contessa? And Contessa's like, I've known her for a few years now. She's like, I know one thing, she's never hurt me. She's never hurt me. And then Heavenly and her confessor talk about something. I forgot how annoying Contessa's ass can be. And then they do show a clip of at the Freaknik party on the first episode of Heavenly giving what looked like a sincere apology. Well, you know, a sincere enough for Heavenly apology to Contessa. But you know, they claiming Contessa and Heavenly was so tight that Contessa could probably tell when Heavenly just apologizing for the fuck of it. So so the ladies, they learned some line dancing, and you know, Quad's talking about how nobody has no rhythm, how she got rhythm and blues. And then she's like, they start twerking or something. She's like, you can even, she's like, twerking gets all the girls along. She's like, even with a pancake. She's like, a pound cake, cupcake, pound cake, pancake. Talk about some goddamn, I guess you talk about Sweet Tea and her no butt. Cause you know, remember they, I forgot what Toya and Phaedra called Sweet Tea butt when she first came on the show. I can't remember. So, after they done line dancing, Heavenly goes over to Toya and she's like, you did a good job dancing. And Toya's like, why don't you go over there and express that to Sweet Tea? So Heavenly goes over to Sweet Tea. She's like, you did a good job dancing out there, and I want to thank you for inviting us. It's just the way Heavenly be saying shit. It just sounds like it's bullshit. So she over there, and Sweet Tea's like, yeah, you welcome, whatever. I'm like, you don't even sound convincing, especially when you just called her trash like 20 minutes ago. But that should just be funny. It's just Heavenly, bro. She funny. So, then the ladies go out and they sit around the bonfire. Heavenly makes a joke talking about Toya's been difficult to deal with today. And they show all the clips of Toya not doing too much to me all day. So then they talk about this Cowboy Carter photo shoot that Toya's going to be doing for them tomorrow. Simone and Jackie go inside. And Quad then tries to get Heavenly and Contessa to basically open up about their issues with one another. But Heavenly basically ain't feeling it. So then Contessa brings up Quad and Simone's situation. She's like, well, you know, you got your own situation with Simone. And Quad's like, me and Simone, we will have our time. We're going to have a discussion. It may happen here on the trip. So it gets awkward. The rest of the ladies leave. Then it's just leaving Quad, Phaedra, and Heavenly out there. And here go Phaedra. Well, Quad, you seem to know a lot going on with Heavenly and Contessa. I'm like, look at her getting into somebody else's shit to avoid spreading. Talking about her own shit. And I ain't even saying that I ain't even saying that Phaedra might have anything going on, but it's just like she does avoid and deflect and talk about and like get and then like this. She don't really talk about herself like what Toya been saying. So Heavenly, you know, she talks about how much she let Contessa in when they were friends, and she doesn't want to go through all those emotions again. And Quad's like, why? That was your friend. Like, y'all was close. You need to stop trying to be so tough and just get on with it and go through with it. Apparently, Toya had a face-off with a raccoon outside of Phaedra's room. They showed the raccoon, which I thought was funny. I don't know if that was the actual raccoon, but if it was, that was hilarious. So Sweet Tea goes to Simone's room, and Simone is like, you know, Sweet Tea, you did a horrible job with Heavenly last night. So Simone's in her confessional saying, you know, Sweet Tea gives Heavenly nasty, so Heavenly gonna give it right back to her. And she's asking Sweet Tea, you know, if you think you could be more vulnerable, you think you could go to Heavenly with a more vulnerable approach. And Sweet Tea's like, you know, I've gotten over that approach. I'm not doing it no more. I mean, as long as they can be around each other, I wouldn't even be geeking to be, you know. But I get it, Sweet Tea's new, so it's kind of like you want to be on good terms with the whole group. So, Heavenly goes to Jackie's room. And, you know, she's like, she feels like everybody was coming at her last night. So Jackie tells Heavenly, like, you need to sit down and have a real conversation with Contessa. Tell her you miss her. And Heavenly's like, I don't miss Contessa. I done got over that relationship. She's like, I don't want to open up my heart again. I opened up my heart to her. But then in that same instance, she talking about some, you know, the relationship was one-sided anyway, because all she used to talk about was Scott. And I didn't even really talk about nothing. And Jackie's like, well, I don't know. For me, outside looking in, it seemed like y'all had a deep bond, shared a lot with each other. And Heavenly's like, you remember all that? You seen all that? Heavenly just be having me cracking up, bruh. So then we get the scene the next day. The ladies go out and enjoy the spoils of the ranch. They then sit down for lunch, which Sweet Tea skips due to her coming on her cycle. I was like, oh, damn, so she knows she ain't pregnant. That gotta suck. Just because that's her whole storyline. She's trying to get pregnant. So they get into this conversation about their first jobs, where they worked at when they was teenagers. Toya said she was getting paid $80 an hour to dress up as a bear and stand on the corner and wait. Like, where the hell is that job at today? Because I would do that shit. $80 an hour. I mean, it depends on how many hours she was working. Now that I think about it, maybe she was only working like 2 hours or something. But $80 an hour, that's a good-ass job. That was some good-ass money. Simone says, she faked her age to work at Baskin Robbins. Heavenly and Quad talk about how they worked at Captain D's. Heavenly said she was making $3.35 an hour, but they called her crack because she used to work so hard for that $3.35. I'm assuming it was plus tips because $3.35 is crazy. So we get this final little scene where the ladies are getting dressed for the photo shoot that Toya set up. And Toya's going to all their rooms to make sure that the outfits are coordinated and look basically good, critiquing, having them change and shit. Heavenly in her confession talking about something. Toya probably don't run shit at home, so we just gotta let her run this photo shoot. Heavenly just be saying shit. I was like, bruh, why did she do that, bruh? Side note, coming out of the junk, going to the cars. What the fuck did Contessa have on, bruh? Cause first of all, she pulled that wig out and Toya was like, that is not Beyonce. And Contessa was like, this is new age Beyonce. And she was like, Toya's like, Contessa has no sense of style. Yeah, because whatever she wore to Quad's party, I was looking at her crazy. And then she came out with like some pink shorts on, a red bustier, a hat, a big cowboy hat. I was just like, what is going on? But then we see in the next episode when they get to taking the picture, she took them pink shorts off. So I guess that was just to cover the area, the booty cheeks until they got to the photo shoot, I'm assuming. Because I was like, what the hell do Contessa got on? Why did Toya approve it? She was going around making sure everybody looked right. She felt like she felt like Simone had the best outfit. She was like, you don't need no changes. But that's how the episode ends. Like I said, it was a cute little episode. Didn't a lot go on. I mean, yeah. We had a little tiff here and there, but nothing too big. Yeah, so that's why I say I would probably put it at a C plus or yeah, I know I said in the beginning I put it in between a B minus and a C plus, but now that I done reviewed it all, I'm gonna keep it at a C plus. It was a C plus. It wasn't that much going on. We see in the next episode, Quad gonna finally try to speak her piece about Napa, talking about y'all bled me out, and Toya's like, we bled you out, and she started laughing, and nobody else is laughing. I'll probably be the only one laughing with her when I watch this shit. I'm just like, girl, they bled you out. And then we see the whole Contessa telling Heavenly to square up and Heavenly calling for security. And I'm just like, oh, Lord. And Contessa claiming that Heavenly told her that Quad said that Sweet Tea and Contessa wasn't really friends, something like that. But yeah, those are my little thoughts or whatever for this week's episode and what's to come. Comment below what you thought of this week's episode and what you would grade it, if I left anything out, all that good stuff. Comment below. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you sat here for 20 minutes and watched this review, you could definitely hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It's less than 5 seconds to do. Help Black content creation by just liking and subscribing. Help me get to over 300 subscribers. That's how you help support. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment below. See y'all in the next review. Peace.